I've been on a stint of watching late at night these like throwback YouTube videos, and I was watching a lot of full episodes of Bully Beatdown. You guys ever watch that?
No.
Oh my god, you guys never watched it?
Give them a
Oh
breakdown.
all right, so I'm gonna explain the show.
There it is.
Got it.
How is there not an
Yeah.
every time JT unplugs?
That's
We can
crazy.
add that to the drinking game.
Well, sometimes you cut it out, but yeah,
Yep, and there's two.
that's a shot. That's a shot.
If it happens one more time, I'm giving you a shot on here.
Yeah, a shot of my pussy. All right,
Continue.
am I still good?
You haven't. It doesn't affect the mic. It affects.
Yeah. Fucking audio engineer over here.
You got to learn.
So, Bully Beatdown. What it is basically you submit these people who are being bullied by their bully, submit these, I guess, like entry videos or whatever to the show.
Mm-hmm.
And then the host of the show, who's an MMA fighter, goes and finds the bullies and challenges them. No. But basically, yes. Basically, but no, he challenges them to a
Boxing,
an MMA, UFC. This is way back in the Dizzy.
when you could show up and beat up a kid without
but,
getting arrested.
Yes. Well, yeah, that's true. I think a lot of them are over 18. They're sad men that are submitting these videos. They're like, hey,
It's not like in like the 90s, people just went and beat the shit out of kids.
But
like,
they got away with it. And yes, they did.
I
no,
mean,
but this
yes,
was,
but-
well, regardless, this show definitely would not be allowed today. It also was back when UFC was not big. So, and this was like a big factor of UFC blowing up, or a small factor.
Maybe Dana White was behind it.
Yes. Well, anyway. Well, like, dude, all right, let me explain. So, anyway, he would challenge them to a fight in the ring, in the UFC ring. And it would be for, I think, $5,000 if they win. But also, they start off with $5,000, even if they lose. But every time they tap out, they lose $1,000.
So there's five lives.
Yeah, and it's against a professional fighter. They always lost all 5,000.
Right.
Yeah, and like Eddie Alvarez was one of the guys there, so it was a different
Really?
UFC fighter every time too. Yeah, Eddie Alvarez was on it.
That's funny. What if there was one time where the video was sent in and this bully beat the shit out of one of them? So now like,
That's what I'm saying. Well, first of all, that's why I don't think, because there's a lot of argument over whether it's fake. But one of the episodes, the bully was like this Russian, like ripped dude.
Yep.
And he like won, and he won money too. And it was like, why would it be fake? And they would just embarrass themselves with this pathetic episode.
It's the exact opposite of what you hope. It's like, I tried to embarrass my bully, and he actually just won $3,000.
And now he's
beat
gonna
the shit out of a UFC fighter.
And now he's gonna beat me up after school more because I put him on TV.
It would also be funny if, like, because a lot of bullying isn't actually like nerd, like somebody punching them.
Well,
It'd be
now
funny
it's
if
not.
a bully just got into the ring and like just psychologically tormented the UFC fighter. It's like, you're pathetic.
yeah.
And they're like, wait, what?
Can you reach the top shelf there, shorty? You
parents
and
don't love you.
Just starts crying.
But yeah, dude, it's a wild show, and that's why I don't think it was fake, because that one pathetic episode. But that's another thing I wanted to say, is that even after they lose all the money and whatever, and they go back home, these bullies are definitely gonna beat the shit out of these guys after, when the cameras are off, right?
Yeah, they're still bullying this kid.
It's not like, we solved it. We solved the bullying problem.
Squash the beef.
What advice, like, let's say you had a kid. What advice would you give your kid if he was being bullied?
I think he does have to hit back, but he can't have a professional UFC fighter hit back for him.
Right. You can't have someone else fight your battles.
Yeah.
Even
But
no matter how
He's being
professional.
physically bullied?
Whatever.
It's a big difference. I don't know.
Whatever you think. What do you got? What
I
scenario
feel
do you
like-
guys want?
I mean, I don't know. If he's being like actually like punched, then I'd say either punch back or I don't know. At that point, like that's like too
doesn't
much.
happen
At that point, at that point that's like too much. I'd honestly say just go snitch, man. Like truly.
No, that's bad.
Truly.
You can't.
If
That's bad advice.
if you're being like beaten up, that's crazy.
Snitching one, no, I don't know if I would say snitch. Well, I'm not saying like how bad are we beaten up? If it's like
He's putting you in headlocks during gym and just like giving you a little
Yeah, like,
fucking
that's
dig.
not-
Then
that's not-
that's not that bad. I'm
But
talking
then you
about like
I think you punch him back there.
I'm
think you
talking
punch.
like a punch.
I think you
like
punch.
you get punched.
you got to punch. You got to
Like
punch. back.
you're just walking, and someone just punches you in the back of the head.
You definitely can't.
Like that's like practically assault.
It is. I mean, it is. But you also can't teach them that the first thing to do is have someone else fix the problems. At
Yeah.
least the first two times. If my kid really came to me and I was like, okay, well, don't try to instigate. But if it happens, hit back. And if he can't do it, maybe once or twice. As long as he tried, okay, now you need help.
Like I said, I was saying it depends on the severity.
You got to teach him a couple moves, man.
Yeah.
Show him, how to work out and do some judo, and then he'll kick his ass.
I don't think, and very rarely would I ever teach him to actually punch back, because then you get punched back. You could, depending on what my child looks like, you get punched back even harder. I would just have him start to deploy
Psychological
tactics.
That was about to be my next thing. I'd be like, we could definitely train our kid to crush this boy.
Sometimes, maybe it's just a fact of life that, no matter what, I mean, even if my child tries to fight back, he's always going to get a shit beaten out of him because of this kid.
Yeah.
So instead, you just
break him down psychologically.
Embarrass the bully in front of his crush.
Right.
The bully.
Yeah. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words never hurt me. A lie. That was the biggest bullshit someone's ever spread. And whoever spread
That's
it is
someone
a
who's been
genius.
hurt by words.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yes, it is. That's just something I think about sometimes. Having a kid's scary either way.
Can't believe you guys never seen Bully Beatdown though.
I've never.
I probably did.
Dude, it was back.
Was it on MTV?
Yeah.
That's definitely like a MASH or some shit, right? Like
It was on
that kind of
MTV.
network, like MTV MASH. Like
Yeah, it was MTV, and the guy who hosted it, should have him on the show. He was like a good fighter too back in the day.
Well, how old? Like, I don't know how old is the show. How old are these guys now?
He's probably like 40 now.
Yeah.
It sounds like MTV. It sounds like MTV2. MTV2 had the wildest shows on there, man.